yeah, Blackson and the Hizzle, all for shizzle dizzle. Got an excellent show here today. So, as y'all see, I had to do another show. I hope my reception is good. I can never tell when doing a show from the car. So I'll just have to wait. But while I'm waiting, hopefully my reception, my bars are up, so don't know if my data's eating good. I think that was a technical issue on my Bluetooth. But yeah, I was talking about how Vladimir Putin um, how he has to use flattery in return in order to negotiate with Trump. So both Trump and Putin have to flatter each other in order for both Putin and Trump to walk away with a sense of that was fair. They have to walk away with a sense of fairness. And what Putin will do will offer Trump some land that Russia is currently occupying. So there are two new cities that uh, Russia has advanced on. I can't remember the name of the city. Um, I will learn the city in due time because he just conquered the city. And these two cities Putin will offer in return because, as we know, NATO membership is a no go. And the uh, Zelensky knows that he cannot get. Now, Zelensky, that's, ooh, before I even mention Zelensky, my prediction is that Zelensky will not be part of this deal. Putin does not recognize Zelensky as legitimate. So I don't think Zelensky's going to be at the table for this one. I believe um, Russia is going to demand. Well, no, 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 no. He's not going to demand elections because that's not what he mentioned today. Today he mentioned, actually, Putin mentioned a lot, but it comes down to the U.S. has to recognize Luhansk and Donetsk as legitimate republics. And this is why I think Trump did not sign the condemnation of Russia allegedly invading Ukraine, because if he would have done that, that would have messed up the negotiations. And this is what NATO doesn't understand is that Trump and Putin, apparently Trump is already anticipating what Putin is going to want, and Putin is doing the same thing. He's anticipating what Trump is going to want. And so by the more land that Russia advances on and occupies, the more of a bargaining chip that Russia has. So he's advanced on two cities since these whole ceasefire and peace deals been talking. Putin's been pushing forward even harder so he can use that land as a bargaining chip. What Putin stated today is the recognition of Luhansk and Donetsk. So I believe Putin will recognize Luhansk and Donetsk, and this is why he did not sign the condemnation by the UN or NATO. And so this is a good move for both Trump and Vladimir Putin because there has to be some flattery here. It has to be some flattery. I hope my mic is good, y'all. Hey, y'all, let me know if my mic is doing any good. If it's good, press a thumbs up. If not, say, man, it sounds like shit. And I'll cut the show off and I'll just call my phone company and get into it with them about my data because I think my data screwed up. If it has not fixed it, then it's my data and I might have to get into it with the phone company. So let me know. Relax and talk sports, you there? Hmm. Apparently, I got two viewers. They must not know who I am. Apparently, it must be drive-bys. Anywho, I'm gonna keep it going until somebody can let me know how my show's doing. But damn. But yeah, Putin is advancing on land. This is why I was saying to people, you know, oh, Russia's losing, and it's like it's about the land because the more land Putin acquires, the better hand he has to negotiate, and he has a buffer zone, meaning he can keep Luhansk and Donetsk, have America and America recognize Luhansk and Donetsk, have the world recognize Luhansk and Donetsk as independent republics, and that will be not getting back. Obviously, Crimea is not ever going back, but Luhansk and Donetsk are the two. Now, Zaporozhye, I'm not sure. You know, he did not mention Zaporozhye. He did not mention Bakhmut. I agree with you. Oh, Relax and Talk Sports. How is my thing? Because I got into it. Hold on, Relax Talk Sport. I got into it with my phone company today, and they said my data's good. So I'm blaming it on some technical issues because it better not be my data because I got into it with them today, and they said, Mr. Ball, your data's good. So I'm like, okay. So I'm blaming it on my either my phone or my headset. Between my phone and the headset, something is going screwy Louie, but it better not be my data. So press the one in the chat if it seems okay. I got full bars. I'm out of that bad neighborhood. So let me know. May have to get a new phone. That's funny because I just paid this phone off. Funny you should say that because I just paid this phone off. Relax Talk Sports. Funny how that works, huh? So I might have to get a new phone. I've thought about that, and I'm gonna consider that because when I got into it today with the phone company, I felt bad because they said my dad is good, but I was like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, damn, I think I'm gonna need a new phone, and eventually these people are gonna pitch me a new phone. So I'm thinking about getting an iPhone 15. So anywho, so relax and talk sports. So I don't know if you've heard, and I do apologize to you not knowing the name of the two cities, but Putin has advanced in two cities right now. And so he not only has the two cities, he has Bakhmut that he has not mentioned in his speech, and he has Zaporozhye that he has not mentioned in his speech. He mentioned Luhansk and Donetsk, obviously, because Trump said that Obama gave him Crimea, so Crimea is not even in the deal. But uh, Andrew, what's going on, Andrew? Wild Black Sun is really on point today with huge subjects. So, yeah, this one is really complex. I had to take my time, Andrew, because both Putin, both Putin and Trump are slow rolling right now. They're playing chess right now. They're playing political chess, and they're like, okay, Putin is thinking, what does Trump want? And Trump is thinking, what does Putin want? And so Trump already said, look, I'm not going to, Trump is the master of the art of the deal. So Trump is not going to bullshit. He's like, look, it ain't going to be no membership for them Ukraine and NATO. That's out. So now Trump has to flatter Putin, and Putin has to return the favor and flatter Trump. Don't think that Putin hasn't read the art of the deal. And so Putin has advanced on two cities. I can't recall their name right now because he just won them, like today. He just won two cities, territories. They done planted their flag in two territories today. And today, I don't know if it's pre-recorded or not. It had to be either today or yesterday. He did not mention the two areas that he occupied. So apparently, I'm assuming he's going to use that because Putin was advancing. Right when Trump was like, you know what, we need to negotiate it, Putin got more aggressive with the advances. And so now Putin has more of a bargaining chip to work with. So again, in his speech today, I listened to the whole speech. He mentioned Luhansk and Donetsk. He mentioned those two, but he did not mention Bakhmut. He did not mention Zaporozhye, Sorry if I butchered that name. And he did not mention the two new territories. Now I can understand the two new territories. He just gained them. So those are four territories he can bargain with Trump. That way he can flatter Trump with these territories, and Trump walks away with some of the, if not, hell, he might walk away with all four of those territories because Putin did not mention them. Putin did not mention those territories. Press the one in the chat if my thing is still good, because this show's only got one person watching. Press the one, Andrew. Press the one, Relax to Talk Sport. Press the one, please, because it only shows one of y'all. It should be two of y'all still here. Let's see, Andrew. I know Andrew was on earlier. Oh, no, Andrew, I mentioned earlier. But yeah, Andrew, what's up? Press the one, Andrew. Press the one, Relax Talk Sports. Okay, my shit is acting up again. Damn. It's got to be my damn data. But no, Talk Sports said it's my phone. So, damn. I'm going to have to get another damn phone. Jesus Christ. One. Okay, thank you, Andrew. Or Relax Talk Sports, thank you. So, these are four territories, Relax Talk Sports, that Putin can work with to flatter Trump. Because again, let's not be naive. If you read the Art of the Deal and I read Art of the Deal, trust me, Putin has read the Art of the Deal, and Putin has probably read it. And I've read the Art of the Deal 4 times. So Putin has studied and studied, so he knows he has to come to the table and flatter. Both Trump and Putin have to flatter each other. It's all about flattering each other and going for the flatter. It's almost like they have to, I don't want to sound gay, they have to court each other almost. It's like when you go out on a date with your wife or girlfriend or significant other, relax, you have to flatter her, you have to impress her. And you have to, oh no, baby, I got that. Let me, I pay for that. Oh, I got the towel. I got everything, baby. Oh, you want some roses too? Oh, you want some chocolates? You want a gift card? Oh man, I got you, baby. You're buying her all kind of stuff, and you're trying to impress her. So by Putin advancing, he comes with all this land to the table. Now in his back pocket, he has Luhansk and Donetsk because those are the original territories that he wanted to defend. Uh, because those territories, he's going to want, um, as long as America recognizes it, America will recognize it because America refused to sign the uh, the condemnation by NATO. NATO, they drafted up a condemnation behind Trump's back. First of all, what's going on, Chubbs? What's going on? What's going on, Chubbs? So Chubbs, and now Chubbs has said, because it's out there. The narrative is that Russia invaded Ukraine. Russia invaded Ukraine. So the thing is that people don't know what part of Ukraine. They just said, "Oh, Russia invaded Ukraine." So the people who say Russia invaded Ukraine, either they don't know about the Republic of Luhansk and Donetsk, or they choose to ignore. I don't think Chubbs refused to ignore. I think Chubbs hears the narrative because it was said so many times. Russia invaded Ukraine. Russia invaded Ukraine. I've heard it so many times that I started to believe it. If you say something enough time, then you start to believe it. But again, Luhansk and Donetsk, which if the people are saying, "Oh, Russia invaded Ukraine," they don't know about Luhansk and Donetsk. They don't know about the republics, and so Putin has that in his back pocket, and Trump is already going to recognize Luhansk and Donetsk. And he's going to honor the separation. He's going to honor all the referendums. Now, the new territories like Bakhmut is a good bargaining chip because Bakhmut, which Putin didn't mention, is a heavily resourced city. So this is why Putin and Trump have already been talking. They have already been talking because again, Bakhmut is a heavy, heavy resource city. You're talking about uranium. You're talking about You're talking about uranium, plutonium. You're talking about lithium. So yeah, your rare earths, your heavy mining city is Bakhmut. So Putin didn't mention Bakhmut. He did not mention Bakhmut. He did not mention Zephyriah. He did not mention these new territories. I don't even know the name of these two territories he just occupied. So he's got four pieces of territories, or they call them obliques. Obliques. He has four obliques. These four territories. He can come to the table without even messing with Luhansk and Donetsk. So he's going to come to the table with these four. And I think Trump already knows this. They've already discussed this. The logistics have already been discussed. So now both Putin and Trump are doing, they're just going through the formalities, whatever, whatnot. Um, and he didn't even mention about elections. So, um, which is kind of, I don't even think, well, Putin did say he wanted denazification and demilitarization, but Putin, Trump is going to come in and say, well, we have interests here. We're going to mine this certain city, so we're going to put securities around there, and Putin's going to be like, fine, as long as Trump say they're not NATO but American securities, Putin is going to be fine with it. Putin's already agreed to it. So Putin's agreed to there being you have an American business, and I believe the city is going to be Bakhmut. Bakhmut is going to be the bargaining chip. That is the great city, because Putin has already told Trump, man, Bakhmut is a gold mine. It's a great gold mine. So let me read what Chubb says. Chubb says, like I said, the north part of Ukraine wanted to be in Russia's system that believe Ukraine leaders are crooks and not good for them. So they want to be in Russia's system better than Ukraine. So then why did you? Okay, so Chubbs, I got to ask you this question. Why did you say that Russia invaded Ukraine? Because didn't those people make a referendum? You talk about the North. I'm talking about not only the North, but the East, the Northeast, and the Southeast. They all made referendums, and I believe Zaporozhia's in there too. But Putin did not mention Zaporozhia, so maybe Zaporozhia, they're now, I don't know, reneging. I don't know, but Luhansk and Donetsk, they're all in. They're all in with Russia, because I know for a fact Luhansk and Donetsk, their prime ministers petitioned Putin for help. So, but again, I'm gonna ask you that question, and okay. So y'all hit the like button, man. Am I still here? Am I still here? Hit the like button if I'm still here, because usually y'all be lighting up the damn y'all be lighting up the damn chat, man. Okay, like you I listened to the news so much I was beginning to believe it too. Then common sense took over. So let me ask you, Chubbs, did you actually witness? It's on YouTube. It was back in 2014 where Luhansk and Donetsk. It was on. I want to say, what's that damn show? It's actually documented, and you can actually put it up on YouTube where they did the referendums. And I was wondering if you witnessed that, because if you witnessed that, it's hard to deny that. And nobody was at gunpoint. They had a regular election, and the people seemed happy. They were all voting. So, and I didn't see nobody held at gunpoint. But apparently, our news media and the Biden administration and a lot of rhinos and Democrats don't recognize Luhansk and Donetsk, their succession from Ukraine. But Sergei Lavrov, talked about it when Judge Napolitano went over and interviewed it, and Putin mentioned it. So both Putin and Sergei Lavrov have very good memories. So even though we're bombarded with, oh, Russia invaded Ukraine, they got the receipts. Putin still has the Minsk 1 and 2 court receipts. Putin has all the receipts, and he just laid out the case today. He laid it all out today, and I'm just like, damn, refreshed my memory. Like I said, but a lot of, like I said, but I witnessed the whole referendum take place in Luhansk and Donetsk. I seen them. I witnessed that whole thing. It's all documented. It's a whole documentary. I witnessed. What's the name of that damn show? I can't remember the name of that show, man. But it was a damn. Uh, I'll try to post it. I'll post it in the chat once I find it. Okay, so Chubb says I went back and found footage of the beginning of the so-called invasion, and and said, "Oh, the people of North Ukraine wants Russia there because of the crooks that are leaders of Ukraine. Not only the crooks, but don't forget the Nazis. Don't don't forget the Azovs that were saying that they wanted to outlaw their Russian language. Don't forget about that. But yeah, so we're saying the same thing. So, but because you and I, we live in America, we're bombarded with Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia invaded Ukraine. We hear it 1,000 times and we start to believe that shit. But no, now, so yeah, you know the people of northern Ukraine, yeah, they even had a referendum. So yeah, okay, so Chubbs, you know, so that's why I asked you the question about, why did you say that? And but I found myself saying it too because you hear it so many times. So that's why I just wanted to get clarity. But you've given the clarity, Chubb. So um, now that narrative has to be destroyed, and this is why Trump. Did you now? Let me ask you another question, Chubbs, because I did a show earlier and nobody responded. Are you aware that Trump refused to sign the condemnation of NATO of NATO said that, oh, Russia invaded Ukraine and we got to condemn that. Trump refused. Now, a person can argue and say, well, Trump doesn't want to sign it because you don't want to curse out Putin and then turn around and be like, you want to make a deal? So you can kind of say, well, Trump did it because he wants to be able to come to negotiation friendly, and I will even accept that. I just know he didn't sign that condemnation. So if you have a different take on it, why he did it, I wouldn't even argue it. And Trump might have did it just for the sake of, you know what, this is not how you do business. This is not art of the deal. I'm gonna do it my way because apparently Trump's way is working. Trump will go down as one of the best negotiators, deal makers of our time. He's going to get a goddamn Nobel Peace Prize. He's going to settle the Russia-Ukraine situation. Now, and this is why I don't bring up Israel and Gaza because that's a whole nother situation. And I'm not going to even talk about that right now. I try to, out of not only respect, but just to keep down confusion, I don't ever mix up like Judge Bonatano and goddamn Pierce Morgan. They always mix up Ukraine and Russia with Gaza and Israel. They always mixed it too. And that, like, my thing is, don't do that. You're gonna cause confusion. Don't do that. That only causes confusion. That only causes confusion. You know what I'm saying? Two different situations. Two different situations. It's like, oh shit, like night and day. It's like night and day. These are two different situations. That's why I don't never bring up Israel and Gaza. And I'm not going to. That's the last y'all going to hear in this video that I bring that up. Because right now I want to talk about uh I want to talk about oh, we got some new neighbors. Uh got some new neighbors. Um I just only want to talk about the Gaza situation. I mean, I said, see Gaza. No Gaza, no Gaza. I just want to talk about the I only want to talk about Russia and Ukraine at the moment. Now, once I will promise y'all this, I promise y'all this. Once this Russia, okay, Chubb said, yep, I was at doctor's office when your show earlier. Okay, no problem, no problem. And then Chubb says, we see eye to eye on this and just about everything you believe. Well, Chubbs, I'm sure if I say something that's out of order, you would. It's not only what I believe, but it's. I'm assuming it's what you believe. I'm assuming it's not only what you believe, but what you've witnessed. Chubbs, it's what you witnessed. You've witnessed those people in the north said that those the Ukrainian government is corrupt. You witnessed that, and so we're just bringing to light what's not being brought about in the mainstream media. We both have witnessed something, and because I'm stating what I witnessed and you witnessed the same thing, we're just, it's not necessarily us agreeing with each other on a belief. It's something that we know. This is something that we know and we agreed on it because you have witnessed it and I've witnessed it. Now, I suffer from the same propaganda that you suffer from because I live here in America and the fake stream media keeps saying Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia invaded Ukraine. You even got people on the right saying that. That's what is so frustrating to me because even I like JD Vance. Even he said it. Russia invaded. I'm like, no, JD Vance, please, bro. JD Vance, what? No, don't do that. But people on the right, people in MAGA. I went to Trump rallies and heard people say, "Oh, Russia invaded Ukraine," and it's so frustrating. I'm like, damn, damn. So it's frustrating because Trump knows the real deal, like you and me. But when you got a base, MAGA base, hearing the Trump invaded, I mean, I'm sorry, Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia invaded Ukraine, Russia invaded Ukraine, and when they hear that over and over and over and over and over and over again, it becomes their reality. And then they start repeating it and not knowing why. Oh, they're repeating because they heard it. They've heard it constantly, and they've heard people like, uh, uh, they've heard people like JD Vance say it. They've heard Tulsi Gabbard say it. They've heard them, and these are people I like. I like Tulsi Gabbard. I think she should be the first female president. She has what it takes. I've heard, I like JD Vance. JD Vance has grown on me. He's a good old boy, and I've heard him say it, and them just like, no, y'all are putting out the wrong narrative. But Trump ended all that when he didn't sign on to the condemnation. But again, you can argue, Chubbs, you can argue and say this is part of the art of the deal that you don't insult. You don't. Basically, I'm paraphrasing the book. You don't insult the person you're about to come to the table and make the deal with. That's that's the gist of the art of the deal. You do not insult the person that you're coming to the table with. Hey, prosperity, what's going on? Hey, y'all, just saying hello. I'm on the go. Okay, okay, prosperity. Um, Prosperity, we need to do a show on how your mayor performance did at that damn Congress. We need to do a show on that. Um, I'll call Miss Lynn and ask her if she wants to do a recap on that and have you on the show because I really want to have a in-depth breakdown. Um, or if you got time, we have to coordinate when we could do this. I think it would be probably better on Miss Lynn's show. 'Cause sometimes I work on the weekends, but I really wanted to just give a breakdown and just have you just break down that whole congressional session. So let me know, prosperity. I would love to do that. But let's get back to the heart of the deal. So that's why I'm not going to even harp on it. The narrative, the new narrative. Well, because Trump has to look like Trump has to be flattered and not for the sake of Trump, but for the sake of the MAGA who believe the narrative that Putin invaded Ukraine. Now, technically, Luhansk and Donetsk petitioned Putin. So when Putin went into Luhansk and Donetsk, there was no invasion. Now, anything after Luhansk and Donetsk, there's an invasion, but I'm not going to help the argument. I'm not going to help people's argument because, well, I guess I would lose argument to say that Putin did advance. Now, when Putin started advancing, then you can call it an invasion. However, most of these advances didn't start until they started firing missiles into Russia. Putin is such a genius. Like I said, Putin keeps all of the paperwork. I don't care what, you know, Bill O'Reilly, oh, the face of evil, and Putin's on the cover. That doesn't change the fact that Putin has all his receipts. Now, does it, Bill O'Reilly? You can work everybody else's emotions. Oh, Putin is Adolf Hitler. He's an evil dictator. Oh, Putin, evil. He's bad. He's bad. Because I remember another man that they were trying to portray as Adolf Hitler by the name of Donald Trump. They were trying to portray him too, but we just don't see the snares and traps, do we? We don't see the snares and traps, do we? Okay, Prosperity, I'm going to hit up your email. I'm going to hit up your email because, yeah, I want to break down that whole congressional hearing. So I'm gonna contact you, Prosperity. So this is all about art of the deal right now. We're in the ultimate, and you guys do know that this is not Trump's greatest challenge. Him flattering Putin and coming to the table. Again, Putin is going to flatter Trump. Trump's going to flatter Putin. Putin knows the art of the deal too. He's studied, he's former KGB. So he's no dummy. He doesn't study Trump's techniques and all that, and he understands how Trump is going to come, and this is why he's got the extra territories. Like I said, it's 4 territories he did not mention in the speech. He only mentioned Luhansk and Donetsk. So apparently, in his speech, he just wants the U.S. and the world to recognize Luhansk and Donetsk. He didn't say nothing about Zaporozhye. He didn't say nothing about Bakhmut. And he didn't say nothing about the other 2 territories that he just conquered. So it's all in the bargaining because Putin knows that Trump has to be flattered in the deal. Trump has to be flattered. Trump has to be flattered in the deal. And so, unless the army already got heads up, I think the generals and already got a heads up of the territories that were already going to be bargained. This is what I believe. I believe that in order to keep down dissension in the ranks of the Red Army, that Putin has already told them that we're going to use such and such land, Bakhmut. We're going to use Zaporozhye. We're going to use all these lands as bargaining. That's why I couldn't understand when people said a land swap. I was like, land swap? I mean, hell, land swap. But now it makes sense now. Land swap just meaning that he has extra territories that he can negotiate. So that's what they mean by land swap. And I didn't understand because my mind went to Putin has all the cards. He's occupied all these territories, and I don't think he's not giving up none of these territories. But now, in order to flatter Trump, he has to give up at least 2 territories. And again, the general public doesn't know about the Republic of Luhansk and Donetsk. So they're not going to know because they don't know about the referendum now. So, but Trump is going to he's going to recognize these territories, but people, it goes over their head. Y'all know because I repeat it over and over again. You guys know, but the general public's not going to know. Chubb says, thank God we have President Trump in office. and Kamala had won, the war would have went on forever. That bitch would have started World War III because under Kamala Harris, Zelensky would have went wild. He would have ran circles around Kamala Harris. Like that meeting that Trump and Zelensky had, and Trump had to put him in check. Zelensky would have ran circles around Kamala Harris. Am I lying, Chubbs? I wait for your reply. Zelensky would have ran circles around Kamala Harris. Am I lying? Yeah, he would have ran circles around her because Zelensky uh, wants to be a tough guy, and he tried to get tough with Trump. He tried to get with J.D. Vance. He would have ran circles around Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris wouldn't have had a chance with Zelensky. You need somebody like Trump to put his foot up Zelensky's ass because Zelensky is a wannabe tough guy. He's a short guy, so he has a Napoleon complex, and he done killed all these people. He's a dictator, so he's feeling himself. He's feeling himself. I am commander of Ukrainian army, so he's feeling himself. And so, yeah, you need somebody like Trump and J.D. Vance to put their foot up his ass, and that's what happened, figuratively speaking. But Zelensky would have ran circles around Kamala Harris. He would have ran circles around Kamala Harris, and Zelensky once upon a time, Chubbs, was demanding nuclear weapons. He was demanding nuclear weapons. So imagine if Kamala Harris would have went in there. He would have been demanding all kind of ridiculous stuff. All kind of ridiculous stuff. Nuclear weapons. He would have been demanding just weird, like, no, dude. He would have been demanding all kind of stuff that would cause World War III because he would have sent that stuff straight into goddamn Russia. And Putin would have been like, oh, hell no. What? Oh, no. Press the damn button. Man, forget the ground war. Press the damn button. Press the damn button. In fact, not only press the button on goddamn Ukraine, press the button on England, press the button on France, press the button on Germany, and fucking press the button on the goddamn US. This would have been the outcome if Kamala would have been president. So we got to make sure that she ain't never president no more. See, I got people on the right and the MAGA be joking, oh, let her run again. No, don't let her run again. Don't do the crapshoot with America. Don't do that. Hell no. See, they think this is a joke. Yeah, Kamala Harris is a joke, but man, sometimes you roll that crap wrong, she could probably get up in there. Don't put our country on a crapshoot dice. Don't do that. And she's a crapshoot dice. Don't run that one again. If she runs, put her through the primary so the other Democrats can eat her up. Do not ever do that shit again. Coordinate this damn crazy ass woman to be damn potentially be vice president of the United States. Hell fucking no. Hell no, Chubbs. So that's what y'all gonna see. Y'all gonna see flattery on both sides. Putin he's obtained extra land as a bargaining chip. He's not giving up Bakhmut. He's not getting undone yet. In fact, part of the deal is that America and the rest of the world have to recognize the independence that I've been screaming from the top of my lungs. Their independence referendum, the world will now recognize that finally, will recognize the independence of Luhansk and Donetsk. Now, Zaporozhye, I don't know. I don't know what happened with Zaporozhye. I don't know what happened with. I don't know what happened with Zaporozhye. I don't know what's going on with Bakhmut. I think Bakhmut is the ultimate bargaining chip. Is I think Bakhmut is the mining city. Bakhmut will be the mining city. That means that is the ultimate prize uh that now I'm not saying this is a guarantee. This is my guess, y'all. I'm guessing that um Bakhmut will be the prize bargaining chip because like I said, Bakhmut is rich in resource. Bakhmut is very rich in resource, and because Bakhmut is so rich in resource, Trump will not be able to refuse it because, again, Trump wants resources. Well, Bakhmut is a city. And y'all do remember, y'all do remember, um, y'all do remember when Zelensky had that fallout that day when he came to the White House. Day later, Putin was like, hey, I'll offer some resources because he's already willing to offer up Bakhmut. So yeah, Bakhmut is a very significant city, man. Bakhmut is very significant because now um you can offer up a city that's rich in resources. So yeah, this is Bakhmut. So again, Putin did not mention Bakhmut as part of the deal. He mentioned Luhansk and Donetsk. Trump has already said that Obama gave away Crimea. So all these demands that Zelensky's like, oh, I want pre uh uh pre borderline lines back to 2014. He's bluffing. Zelensky's bluffing, but again, I don't know if Zelensky's going to be part of this negotiation. I think once he signs it, this is another prediction, y'all. And let me read what Chubb said because Chubb, you might be reading my mind right now. Chubb says Zelensky and Biden eating out of his hand, and Kamala would have to. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. That's not even up for debate, Chubbs. That I mean, the way Zelensky came in there all arrogant with Trump and Vance shows you already he was running circles around Biden and Kamala Harris. So yeah, that and I don't know what Zelensky's thinking. Biden is not Trump. Trump is not Biden. That just shows Chubbs that Zelensky ain't got common sense. Does the world not know that Biden and Trump are two different people? Is it that only Americans, we are privileged to only know this? That Biden and Trump are not the same person? Does everybody outside America think that Biden and Trump are like the same? Because they really tried Trump. And I get it, they tried Trump because they dealt with Biden's punk ass. So, Chubbs, answer that question for me. Are we the only ones that know that Biden and Trump are not the same? Is this the privilege of America that we are able to discern the difference between Biden and Trump and the rest of the world don't know the difference between Biden and Trump? I don't think the rest of the world knows the difference between Biden and Trump. I just figured this shit out. The mentality of Mexico, Canada, the mentality of Europe, they don't know the difference between Biden and Trump. This is my guess. This is the only reason that I can come up with, Chubbs. Let me read the comment. So, uh, Chubbs also says, don't know what happened, but my chat didn't work. Had to reset everything. Oh, that's YouTube. They're they fucking around with shit. You know, they that's why I be doing half videos because they cut off my video. I say something, they just cut it off. So, you know, they've been disrupting my videos, disrupting the algorithm, but you know, it's all good. That's why I rely on y'all to hit the like button, to share it, because it's up to us. It's up to us to push the channel and all that stuff. We can't rely on YouTube. So YouTube is going to do some fuckery here and there. That's to be expected, right? That's to be expected. Trump says if Putin gave all the lands, old Zen would punish the northern because they want to be part of Russia. Are you talking about? You got to be talking about Luhansk, or is it Donetsk? No, no, Luhansk, Donetsk. I'm assuming you're either talking about Luhansk or Donetsk. He's mentioned Luhansk. He's not giving up Luhansk or Donetsk. He's not giving up those two territories. Zaporozhye, I don't know. Zaporozhye south, and Bakhmut is west. So he did not mention those cities. But again, I think Bakhmut is going to be up for a bargaining chip because Russia has so many resources. They don't need Bakhmut, but they know Russia. They know America wants Bakhmut. They know America wants Bakhmut, and Ukraine ain't shit without Bakhmut as far as resources. So that will be a bargaining. That will be a bargaining chip. So that's my prediction, Chubbs. Chubbs also said, "Look, like Mr. Black's son, they learn the hard way, and then they know Trump's no Biden." I mean, Chubbs. Again, Chubbs. Even before Trump got in office, we knew Trump and Biden were not the same. Somewhere along the line, they fucked around and found out. They messed around and found out because it's obviously to us as Americans that, yeah, Trump and Biden are not the same, but apparently they tried Trump. Like, first of all, when do you try Trump? Because Zelensky sure tried Trump, and they put the battery in his back, and then all these people are trying Trump. What's going on? So, I don't know. But I didn't even realize it's 7:30, y'all. It's still daylight at 7:30, man. I love this new time zone. Shout out to Tina earlier. She's like, I missed your show because, Tina, you do got to factor in the time change. So I'm going to be coming on later because of the time change. Because times that I normally do the show, and I'm going to be doing like at home drive shows, but like Relax Sports says, I got to get a new phone. Damn, I got to get a new phone, y'all. I just paid this phone off. Now it's acting up. Damn shame. So, oh gosh, get hot in here. All right, y'all. Let me get going. Let me get going. I'm gonna get going. Shout out to Chubbs. Shout out to Prosperity. I'm gonna hit you up, Prosperity. Shout out to Relax and Talk Sports. Andrew, come back sometime, man. Come back. Come back. Let me give Andrew a damn wrench so he don't feel type of way. There you go, Andrew. And shout out to Relax and Talk Sports. Yeah, Andrew, we'll talk. We'll talk. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank y'all for the likes. Another great show, Mr. Blackson, as always. I'm gonna call Lynn too, so we can set up a show for Sunday because I know um, Lynn is starting to have some really interesting shows that I like that I can relate to. So looks like Mr. Blackson they learned the hard way. I mean, Trump and Biden are not the same, but now, but like I guess as Biggie Small says, and if you don't know, now you know, huh? Shout out to the great Biggie Smalls. And if you don't know, now you know. Now they know that Trump and Biden are not the same. All right, man. I am out, y'all. With that being said, hit the like, hit the share. Share the video out, man. Share the video out. And if anybody disagree with it, tell them I will invite them on the show. I'll invite them on the show. Give them a cash prize if they can convince me that I'm wrong. Oh man, yeah. Share the show out, man. Tell them I got an open bounty. I got an open challenge to anybody who can want to come on the show and challenge me. Anybody want to debate my position on Trump, on Zelensky, on Putin, on the war? Russia, Ukraine. Now, I'm not dealing with, like I said, I'm not going to deal with Palestine and Israel and Hamas. I'm not dealing with that right now. One thing at a time. One thing at a time. So, with that being said, thank y'all for coming out. I'm out, y'all. Peace.